What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to U2. Yes, indeed, U2 fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bibbidi-bob, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Steve Smith, and this is actually Steve's prioritized request for the month of June for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Steve. Hope you enjoy the show, man. Steve wanted to see me react to this. It is U2 with a song called Until the End of the World.
Houston, we have a problem.
Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a minute, hold everything, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Fuzz97, okay? And the video has 2.8 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. U2 Until the End of the World, live from Slane Castle. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Haven't seen you quite a while. Was down the hole just killing time. Last time we met, it was a lonely room. We was close together as a bride and a groom. We broke the bread, we drank the wine. Everybody having a good time. Except you're still talking at the end of the world. I took the money, I spiked your drink. You miss so much these days, you stop to think. You let me out with those innocent eyes. You know I love the element of surprise. In the garden, I was playing the tarts. I kissed your lips, broke your heart. You were acting like it's the end of the world.
I'm going to say something, and this may be just slightly controversial, what I'm about to say. I don't know how you two fans feel about the band I'm about to make a comparison to.
Oh, brother!
When the song started out with the main riff, and we've heard the main riff every time Bono stops singing in the verse, and Edge goes back in the between what Bono's playing and the sudden dynamic shift up from the bass and the drums, call me crazy. And I know, again, I'm going to mention this band, and I do not know how you two fans are going to feel about this. Is it me, or does that riff sound like something the Red Hot Chili Peppers would play? Think about it for a second. Listen to this. Tell me that you could not see John and Flea. Tell me in chat. Tell me you couldn't see the three of these guys just ripping up this riff and jamming to it. Tell me you don't hear that. Tell me you don't hear some Red Hot Chili Peppers in there. Go ahead. Try to tell me you don't. Try to tell me you don't. I dare you. I challenge you. Tell me you don't hear it. I absolutely hear it.
Agreed?
Hands down. Nice, solid groove with some slinky, twangy guitar playing. Yeah, absolutely I hear it. One more time, just because. Tell me you don't hear it. Tell me you can't picture that. Tell me you can't picture that. You can't picture John and Flea and Chad just taking that riff and jamming to it. Tell me you can't see it. I challenge you. Try. It's not going to work. I guarantee you. You'll be wasting your time if you try. But if you really want to waste your time, go ahead. I absolutely hear Chili Peppers in this song. I do. It feels good. It sounds good. It's got a nice groove. It's got that upbeat, uplifting feel to it. That feel-good feel to it. The only thing that's making it stand apart from the Chili Peppers is Bono's vocals. Doesn't sound anything like Anthony. But instrumentally, though, it definitely does. When they come up. When Bono's singing, everybody comes down a little bit. Not so much. I'm digging the tune. I'm digging it. It's definitely got that like middle of the show feel, like that, like a song maybe right after a ballad. They would use a song like this to get the crowd up again. You know what I mean? To get the crowd re-engaged again. I could totally see this song being somewhere about in the middle of the show. Sure thing, no problem.
My sorrows, they learn to swim. Surrounding me, going down on me, spilling over the brim. Waves of regret,
bring it up a little bit.
Joy. I reached out to the one I tried to destroy. You said you'd wait till the end of the world.
shorter than it really is. Doesn't feel like 5 minutes have gone by. I have mixed feelings. Mostly positive. Mostly. Couple negatives, but not much. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was U2 with Until the End of the World. This was a request from Steve Smith, and it was actually Steve Smith's prioritized request for the month of June for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Steve. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. I wrestled with this one. There were 2 scores in my head, and they weren't far apart. We're seriously talking about a 0.2 difference, okay? Between these 2 scores. Now, I am not going to say if I went with the higher one or the lower one, because in all honesty, folks, it really doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, this is the score we are getting with. But I just want you to know that it was close. I was debating between 2. It was very close, but I picked this one. Higher, lower, let your imaginations run wild. Maybe it was higher, maybe it was lower. But in any case, this is the score that I feel the song deserves, so here we go. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.0. Yep, 7.0. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, 7.0. What does that mean? Well, it means it's getting a really good score. Barely, but it's there. It's right at the bottom, but it's still getting a really good score. It is getting 4 out of 5 stars. Again, barely, but it is getting 4. And it's getting a solid B letter grade. Solid, right in the middle. So there you go, a 7.0. Really good scale rating. 4 out of 5 stars and a B letter grade. Now, how did we come to this score? Oh, man. So glad you asked. Okay, the song. Like I was saying during the reaction, when the song kicked in and they got into the groove, before Bono started singing, I was thinking to myself, is this U2 or is this the Chili Peppers? This sounds like a Chili Peppers groove. It really kind of does. The slinky guitar style, a nice solid bass line right underneath it, and a nice solid drum pattern. I mean, it was just missing the funk element. But then again, listen, we've heard plenty of songs from the Chili Peppers that didn't have that funk element, especially when we're going about a mid to faster paced style of song like this was. So no, if you closed your eyes, you could absolutely hear the Chili Pepper influence in this song without question. No, I was feeling it. I was absolutely feeling it. The groove felt good. The groove felt nice. I really liked what Edge was doing. It's kind of getting away. I didn't hear any delay at all through the song. I heard no delay. It's getting away from what he typically does with his guitar, you know, kind of relying more on that delay, on those delay patches. Didn't have it this time. Just a nice straight ahead with a little bit of wah in there. That was nice too. That was a nice little switch up. Dug that. As always, drums and bass just absolutely rock solid. And I've said this before about these two. Top 5 rhythm sections in rock and roll, without question. They are so rock solid. Seriously, you could set your watch to them on any U2 song and you're going to be fine. Guaranteed. They are so locked in with each other, it's frightening. But you know what? That happens after playing with the same guy for, you know, as a bassist, I know it happens to me when I play with the same drummer for like, you know, 2 or 3 years, I really start to lock in with them. And the longer I play with them, the more I lock in with them and the more I can start to anticipate them and feel where they're going to go. These guys have been playing together for what, 40 years, 50 years? So of course they're going to be locked in together. And they've never changed. It's always been the same two guys. So that really says quite a lot as far as longevity goes. Vocally, I think everything Bono sang fit the context of the song. It sounded good. The notation, nothing all that impressive if I'm being honest, but it sounded pretty good across the board. I got no issue with anything he did from a vocal standpoint. So overall, I think it's pretty good. I think the song itself is a pretty good song. Now, how do we come up to a 7.0 then for the score, for the final score anyway? I mean, this could have been a 6.0 or it could have been a 7.2. I don't know, but we ended at a 7.0. So how did we end up at that 7.0? If I think the song is just a pretty good song. I have said this time and time again on the channel. A live show can help your score or it can hurt your score. And in this case, it was a little bit of both. Let's go down the checklist first of all, okay? Let's get the good stuff in first. Stage presence, check, definitely, no without question, man. Before the song even kicked in, man, we had stage presence there from Bono. Stage energy, check. Lots of movement around the stage. Lots of movement around, utilizing the entire stage, not just a little, 5 foot by 5 foot, section. Not some 25 square feet. No, they utilized the entire stage. Love seeing that. Everybody did, including the bass player back there moving. I saw him moving around. Don't think I didn't see him too. Stage interaction, check. A lot of stage interaction. We had stage interaction between Bono and Edge, and between the bassist and the drummer. They were interacting with each other as well. So multiple times I saw stage interaction. I was happy about that. Crowd interaction, check. Yep, we saw plenty of times Bono interacting with the crowd, reaching out to the crowd, pointing out to the crowd, sticking the mic into the crowd. Had no problem with that at all. Showmanship, check. It was definitely there. Like I said, the antics on stage, the energy being created on stage, the movement and the motion on stage, no problem. Production, sort of. Lighting, I guess. Video screens, yeah, sure, why not? But not a ton of production. But like I've always said, when it comes to production's just kind of bonus points, If you have a bunch of production, it's cool, it's bonus, but you don't really need it. Unless you are a production-based band and you rely on the production to take care of the visuals, then it's important. YouTube's never been that way. So I liked everything I saw for the most part. There was one thing I saw, and this is just a personal grudge of mine. I don't like this. I don't like it when people do this during live performances. The whole thing lying down on the stage. I've never been a fan of it. I don't think it looks good. Listen, I know you guys understand that musicians, when they're playing a long show, they can get tired. Yeah, sure, they can get tired, but don't ever show it on stage. And don't lay down on stage. But my biggest gripe about that is, he's laying down on the stage. Who can see him? The people up that are right in front of him, right? If you're on the floor, what are you gonna see? Hands. You're gonna see hands. You're gonna see heads. You're not gonna see him. And that, to me, that kind of cheats the crowd a little bit. And to some extent, and I know this is gonna sound harsh, and a lot of people are gonna want to come down on me for saying this. To some extent, I feel it's two other things. I feel it's lazy, and I feel it's, to some extent, I feel it's disrespectful. When you are not making yourself available to be seen when you're performing on stage by everybody, you might as well just go into hiding. You might as well pull a Maynard and go inside a giant dodecahedron and, hide inside this plastic device, this plastic formation that they built. You might as well just go in there and sing the entire concert.
Don't be that guy.
I know that's a bit extreme. I know that's a big difference between just laying down the stage, but it follows along the same vein. And I've always felt, this is just me personally, this is just how I personally feel. I've always felt that laying down stage, and even sitting on stage, unless there is a specific reason for it, is a little disrespectful. They're not there. The crowd's not there to pay their hard-earned money to see you sitting down. Unless it's like an acoustic show, yeah, sure. Sit on a stool. There's stools set up for you to sit on, have a little bit of an intimate setting, an intimate performance, yeah, sure, no problem. Sometimes, on occasion, I have sat down on stage, gone up to the very front of the stage, sat on the very edge of the stage and dangled my feet over the edge so that, people can try to grab my feet, and have fun with that. Sure, no problem. But that's me interacting with the crowd. If I'm just, back there sitting on a riser, I would never do that. Ever. Because I feel that's disrespectful to the crowd who paid their hard-earned money to see you put on a show. And I'm sorry, sitting back there on a riser taking it easy, that's not my idea of putting on a show. And laying down, just like I said, it just looks, to me, it looks lazy, and to me, it looks a little disrespectful. I will say, while he was laying down, he was interacting with the crowd. He was putting the microphone into the crowd, singing, putting, singing, putting. I get that, but couldn't he have done that, kneeling or down on one knee or sitting? Why laying down like he's going to take a nap? I don't know. That just kind of bugs me. But did that affect the score? Maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. I'm not going to tell you. I'll let your minds wander on that. And I'll let your minds wander if we had a 6.8 or a 7.2. Maybe we came up from a 7.8 to a 7, from a 6.8 to a 7.0, or maybe we went down from a 7.2 to a 7.0. I don't know. Why? That's not true. I do know, but I'm not going to tell you. You're going to let your mind wander on that one. But in any case, a 7.0, that is where we're at, and that's where we ended up. So I think it was a really good song. So there you go, 7.0. Let's wrap this up in a nice shiny bow. What do you say? We got 7.0, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a solid B letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.